I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Karpadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shout out to you, Aki, and pushing this word on all four corners. To the sisters, the Aqua, for tuning in, listening, and learning. And to the Confusion of Faith Brothers, USA Shalom. Now, this song is inspired by a few things, but I think I'm going to call it something along the lines of WWE is a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness. And what I mean by that is anyone who used to watch professional wrestling out in the world, you should know that, Vince McMahon and Donald Trump, obviously they part of that same circle. And I've been seeing this for years, since before I came into the truth, that professional wrestling is pretty much a sample in a jar of what these politicians are doing behind the scenes, except they're blatantly fucking showing you. They're basically showing you, and it's just like, they say they play characters, but they basically reveal just how wicked they really are. And yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this because for the record, a Judite has never been has never gotten that title. A Judite has never gotten that. I mean Booker T has, but The Rock, people will sell out and do it, but let's be real, And this is the type of thing that goes down, and they say it's characters, but it's not, man. This is the spirit of these devils. I'm gonna skip.
That's reserved for people like me. See, Book, that's where the confusion is. Your confusion is, you're not here to be a competitor. You're here to be an entertainer. That's what you do. You entertain people. Hell, you entertain me all the time. Go ahead, Book. Why don't you entertain? Go ahead. Do a little dance for me, Book.
And that's their fucking mentality. Anyone should know that what's called WWE. You see how it's like two W's and then there's a W in the middle. That's 666. Just like the www.whatever.com you enter. That's 666. No, this WWE, it's blatantly evil. It's a sample in a jar. Let's look into the etymology of the word sample. Sample, noun, 1300, something which confirms a proposition or a statement. And now let's look at the word jar. Jar, noun, simply earthen vessel or glass cylinder vessel. That's not the definition we're looking for. 13th century. Ultimately from Arabic jar, earthen vessel, water, general word in the Mediterranean sea trade. The Persian jar, a jar, earthen vessel. Yeah, okay, so you think of a sample in a jar, and you think of a vessel that contains a proposition, confirming that, this company is the fucking... This is one of the things out in the world a couple of years ago that got me, thinking, whoa, this thing is evil, man. And they have these events on Sunday, because people don't go to church anymore, with bread and circuses, keep the people distracted. But the Most High sucking the spirit out of this motherfucking WrestleMania. And this WrestleMania thing, look, it takes place on a Sunday. It always takes place on Sunday, but and they have like what is that? It's a sun. Or it's sun worship, man. They trick people into worshiping the sun, and that's what Esau does, man. That's why he's the fucking devil, man. And this man's a fucking faggot. Vince McMahon. I'm gonna fuck this guy. Let's talk about it's like going to the etymology of the word wrestling, and we find out just how fucked this man bastardized this whole thing, man. He's a bastard because he's fucking Esau Edom, man. Working with Donald Trump. Give me a fucking break, man.
Strong's H 5321. Naphtali.
And that means wrestling. And we know the story of Jacob wrestling with the angel, man. Yeah, this is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness in this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Spiritual wickedness in high places. An example of that is the motherfucking corporate building. Here, you want to? Does that not look like a high place to you? Any of these fucking arenas they go, they have their shows and you gotta climb some stairs that go up 3 or 4 flights until you get to and the floor is elevated above the ground in these arenas, man. So it's just like, dude, all these concerts, man, they take place in high places. All this shit, man. All this shit's Illuminati. I started noticing this shit. Yeah, this is like the first time I noticed this shit. A few years ago out in the world. Like, why the architecture like that, man? Like once you come into the truth, you realize that's just because that's what Esau do. That's how Esau get down. Man. Was Jacob Russell? Jacob 32 and 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled him. And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Wrestling is a struggle, man. It's not but they call it like entertainment, man, because it's all fake out here on TV. Now Esau Edom turned this thing that's like it's a really beautiful thing, wrestling, man. That's it's fucking sickening, man. And what this year they got woman in the main event. They put women in the main event of WrestleMania this year. Um, like I don't even know, but like yeah. This is your so-called main event, man. This is that women's liberation movement. To go back to the snake in the garden, man. Women just first of all, wrestling got nothing to do with women. It's they worshiping the whore more than the creator. You know, they worshiping the creature more than the creator. You go into that word woman, and it's just like means servant. It's a servant to men. Romans 1 and 25, who changed the truth of power into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Exactly. And who did that? That Esau did that. Esau turned the truth into a lie and worshiped the creature more than the creator. Psalms 83 and 5, 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no longer in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. You want to hear an example of that? This man. This man right here, this Israelite named Eddie Guerrero. And they killed him. They killed Eddie, man. Why did they kill him? Because he was an Israelite and he was good. He was the best wrestler they freaking had, man. They also killed Chris Benoit. Someone like Eddie, they get to a certain point, and then people like Vince and that taking that secret counsel and that fucking building they got. For example, like I said, this is a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness. This man worked with him and Eddie ran in the same circle. Now Chris Benoit, he looked like a straight up Edomite. He Canadian. But they killed him, and he was tight with Eddie, man. So why else would they kill him? Why else would they kill him, his son, his wife? Why would they do that? It happened in 2007. It happened in 2007, and right before that, there was a right before that there was like an angle on TV where Vince McMahon got in a limo and it blew up. And the next week, I think it was that Saturday or Sunday when the Chris Benoit situation went down. Uh, on Monday they had like they had a they had what's it called, a a show where they showed a bunch of Chris Benoit matches and they had people talk about them, and it's just like you can look at some of the interviews yourself. I'm not gonna play them, but you can just look at some of those interviews and decide for yourself. And but I haven't seen them in a while. But looking back, it's pretty fucking obvious that these people it was an inside job. Now, why was it an inside job? Because look at what happened in WWE in 2007. In 2007, 2008. No, I think in 2007, Linda was running for a political office, and part of WWE's council in this building. So they running. They start. I think in 2007 they started running. They were already running with Trump, but I think in 2007 they really sold out, and they killed Chris Benoit and his entire family in order to yeah, here it is. After double murder suicide committed by one of its performers, Chris Benoit, with a possibility linked to steroid use abuse encouraged by WWE, the United States House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform requested WWE turn over any material regarding its talent wellness policy. In 2007, WWE and its employers defunded the program in the wake of several bursts of illegal pharmacy that linked WWE performers to steroid purchases. Even after the policy was put into place, 10 professional wrestlers were suspended for violating the wellness policy after reports emerged. And like you see that, it's just like, because of the wellness policy, one of its performers had heart alignment, blah, blah, blah. But like, this whole thing led into like this kind of like era of like, everyone, like they calmed it down, it got tame, it got really fucking. This is like around 2007. That's around the time Most High really started sucking the fucking spirit out of this WWE bullshit. And now we're at this point 2019. Nobody give a fuck about WrestleMania. Nobody give a fuck what's going on. Nobody cares about watching it. I sure as fuck don't. I haven't cared about watching that shit in 2 or 3 goddamn years. Yeah, granted, I've tuned in every now and then. But it's all the same old shit. It's all a bunch of fucking horse shit, man. It's a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness. And and like anything, you fucking go back to this promo and like you see. You see.
Ants, good. Give me one of those spitteroonies. Come on, book dance. Entertain me. That's your job.
And this motherfucker Triple H, he married into the company. He married that faggot Vince McMahon. He married that Stephanie McMahon. And they all probably under with that corporate elite too. They gotta be. They gots to be. They fucking gotta be, man. There's no two ways around it. Where's that? Oh yeah. Here's when Jacob went to Esau. When he passed through Mount Seir. Where was it? It was like where Jacob had 4 of his women with him, and Esau, like, like he had like 1 woman with him, you know. Where Slovakia? I'm going to just start at 1. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of power met him. And Jacob saw them. He said, "This is power's host." And he called the name of that place Mahanim. Let's dig into Mahanim. Places the two camps.
Strong's H 4266. Machanayim. Machanayim.
Right. And Jacob's in Genesis 32 verse 3, and Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother into the land of Mount Seir, the country of Edom, and commanded him, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau, thy servant Jacob doth said, I have sovereigned with Laban, and have stayed there until now. I have oxes and asses and flocks, and manservants and women servants, and I have sent to tell my Lord that I might find grace in thy sight. And thy messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and he cometh to meet me there with 400 men." You know, so Esau met him with an army, and brother GMS 144 brought this out yesterday about Esau, about how Esau had he took like one woman, right, because it displeased Isaac, but like, complete opposite to Jake, where, it's just like, that's just the natural way of things. A man has a wife, like Jacob had Rebecca, but he also has concubine, just the same way Abraham did, the same way Noah did, man. You can't have a nation. You can't. The Lord promised to make Jacob a great nation. How can one woman give birth to a great nation? How can one woman give birth to 20-something kids? She can't. It's fucking retarded to think that. Now, where's that scripture where it's where Esau took an Ishmaelite? Oh yeah, Genesis 26 and 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to life Judith, the daughter of Beri, the Hittite, and the Bashemath, daughter of Elon, the Hittite. Oh yeah, he took a Hittite wife, which were a grief unto the mind of Isaac and Rebekah. But we know Jacob had 4 wives. The 12th child came out of Jacob and his, I believe it was 4 wives. Genesis 35 and 18. And it came to pass, as her soul was in the pardon, for she died, that she called his name Benani, but his father called him Benjamin. And Rachel died and was buried in the way of Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave, that is the pillar of Rachel's grave until this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Adar. His tent, his home, his habitation. A hell.
Strong's H 168. Ohel. Ohel.
And really, it's a hell. And Genesis 35 and 22. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, the sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun, the sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin, and the sons of Bahal, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zappah, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob, which were born unto him in Padanaram. And you see right there, there's the difference. That's the wickedness of Esau. You know, let me just pull up a picture of since this is a sample in a jar, and WWE is a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness. Triple H, Stephanie Stephanie McMahon's a damn demon, just like her father, man. Yo, this woman a damn demon. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone in this fucking company has the chip. You know it's all part of the brand circuses, so you know that all this shit, you know, I've been talking about music lately, but if you're a wrestling fan too, how the fuck, when Esau started pushing this RFID microchip, how the fuck you go get into the building and watch a goddamn wrestling event? You can't. You might as well just fucking forget about it, man, because it's not worth it. It's shit anyway. The Most High sucking the spirit out of all this shit anyway, man. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them who call evil good and good evil. Yes, death unto them that call evil good. And what does WWE promote? They promote nothing but evil. They promote, like, for example, that women in the main event at WrestleMania. They promote all kinds of wickedness. They promote monetary. They promote carnality. You know. Woe unto them that call evil good. Everything they do is carnal, man. Everything, like I said, it's a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness. Everything the WWE promotes, you know, like that type of mentality, that Babylon juice that they pump out, man, that's evil. And they call it good. And they they call good evil. They put darkness for light and light for darkness and bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them, man. Like I said, they're a sample in a jar of Esau's wickedness, man. And if you don't think these people, especially this woman right here, is a goddamn demon, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just look at her fucking face. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadosh. Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Kwam Yashawala Wa Abba Babol.